What's up, guys? Alright, so last year I made a video on what to pack for Hajj, and I made this video before I went from a Hajj journey. And during my Hajj journey, I learned quite a lot. So I thought that maybe it's a good idea. I know कि बहुत सारे भाई बहन जो भी और इंशाल्लाह इस साल के लिए जाने. I feel like this is a very good time to make a what to pack for Hajj video, a new and improved version. Let me scoot up a little bit closer here. Okay, so basically I have a new compiled list that I want to show you guys. I'm going to go to a couple of stores and show you a little bit. I'm not going to show you everything in the stores because it's sometimes hard to find. Sometimes you need to order online, via Amazon, etc. So I just want to kind of show you some of the common things that are very helpful. And obviously, a lot of the common sense stuff you guys already know as well of what to bring. But I kind of want to get into more specific things that will be actually quite useful. So अगर आप लोगों ने इस video को अभी तक से like नहीं किया, please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, and by the way, around 85% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. So I really request that if these videos are indeed helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. And share this video, share all my videos with anybody you think might benefit from them. So that you obtain Sadaqah Jariyah, and so do I, inshallah. So the plan is I'm going to go pick up a friend and then head to the store, and then we'll go from there. I might need to make a detour because I'm craving some coffee right now, but we'll see. All right, so detour. I ended up going home. I had one or two things to do at home real quick. So now I'm on my way to the store. I actually have a list of like quantity items you want to bring for Hajj. So what I'll do at the end of this video and in the description, I'll post that list so that you guys also have access to that in case, because it's kind of hard to write down everything and things like that. But basically I intend to show you guys a couple of items at the store, and then I'll talk about the rest of them so that you guys have a good idea of where to look up. Things that have helped me personally, me and my family during our Hajj journey. That's basically the idea. If you guys reach this point, just comment hashtag Hajj 2024 in the comments below. All right, let's head to the store. Okay, so we're at Costco. So I'm gonna head to a couple of aisles, show you guys the kind of stuff that we want to get, and kind of go from there. Because I was thinking about either going to Costco or Walmart, but Walmart, everything's chaos over there, so Costco is a little bit better. Oh, so you definitely want to get some of these batteries here. They got some good sales going on. Oh shoot, look at that. But you get some of these Duracell batteries, they're good. Definitely recommend. You're gonna need batteries, so definitely want to have that. I'm gonna head to the medicine aisle, show you guys there. What's up, guys? Detour. There's some umbrellas here. These are a little bit too big, but you can see 24 for 2, 25 for 2. But these are a little bit bigger. You want to get the more of the travel size ones that are smaller, because these might be a little bit tough to pack. But if you're able to pack these, it's better because you'll be able to cover your full body. So I recommend perhaps getting, if you can get a bigger size, get that. Because the travel ones, again, they're small. They're portable and all that, but they're small. So they're not too great. If you think you might have some issues in your Mina tent, I recommend getting something like this, similar to this. I mean, this is, you can see it's queen size, so it's a little bit big, but you want to get like a mattress topper or something like that, because that cushion will help you on your bed in Mina. Because they're very small and they're very thin. If you're in, mashair, if you're in al mashair, it's very small. The Class C ones, they're very small and pretty thin, so you want to have something like that if possible. Bad luck. As soon as we got here, it was about 10 minutes to close, and we kind of got a little bit detoured, so we had to head out. So I'm just going to kind of explain the few other things that to get, and kind of go from there. I'm going to head to the office and just explain it because the store is getting closed. So, all right, I'm back. So yeah, that was a very unfortunate experience of me going to the store and them wanting to close. I only got a little bit of footage, as you guys saw. So I just want to take this time to kind of just talk through the list that I have of items. So I'm just going to kind of go over some of the common items, and then we'll kind of get more specifics. So right off the bat, obviously umbrella, as the one I showed you. If you can get a bigger umbrella, the better. Because those portable ones are, depending on what camp you got with whichever provider, they will provide you with umbrellas, but those umbrellas are not, they're small, that's the problem. So especially if you're tall, it'll be kind of an issue. You want to get a greater radius umbrella. So that's something to keep in mind. Bring extra sunglasses. So just make sure to bring some extra sunglasses. Don't rely on just one pair, because it's very possible you might lose them, they might break, etc., etc. So always keep an extra pair, because sunglasses is super important. It's going to be record heat. It's going to be record heat. So something just to keep in mind. I wanted to mention about wipes as well. So bring wipes, baby wipes or any kind of wipes, because they will be very useful when you travel. Trust me, that's a travel hack. There's these small packs of tissues, like these travel size packs. Obviously, if you try to bring a tissue box, number one, it's going to take up a lot of space, and that's going to be a ton of tissues that you probably don't need. But, might get runny nose or something like that, because you tend to do get sick when you're with a lot of people. And like me, for example, me and my whole family and all of the people around us,
we all got sick, runny nose, headaches, fever, etc. So tissues is super important, but try to get those small portable packs. You can get them on Amazon. Super useful. Another brother actually commented this on a video last year about petroleum jelly. Definitely, you want to bring petroleum jelly. It's super important. It's going to help out because you're going to do a lot of walking, and it comes in use. I wanted to show you guys some triple antibiotic creams because you might get scrapes and cuts and things like that. There are clinics there. They can put that on for you, but it's just very handy to have that because you're not going to be in your Mina tent all the time, and you're in Jabal Rahma, for example. If you have a small tube with you, you should be safe, inshallah. You obviously want to bring extra toothbrushes and toothpaste. Try to get the travel size ones. There's a very old school toothpaste that's like made out of baking soda and I think peroxide. That's a really good one to take with you while you travel. It's not too much scent in it either, so it's just a good thing to have. Although I don't think it really matters to have a scent toothpaste or not. I don't think it's that specific, but it's just better, because it's very good. It has like this oxidizing effect on it. Try to bring some of those flossers with you, those portable ones. Those are super useful. One very specific thing, ice pack. Ice pack will come in handy. I promise you that. Because especially if, after a long day, if you have an ice pack with you, you can stick it in the freezer for like an hour or two or in the cooler. Just put it on your head and oh my gosh, it makes a big difference. You want to bring sunscreen, but get the unscented sunscreen. So there's this one brand, I think CeraVe or something like that. CeraVe or some brand like that. That's a good one. But just sunscreen, you want to bring the unscented one. Make sure to bring some eye drops and ear drops if you can, and the nose sprays too, the nasal sprays. That's very useful things to have. Eye drops, your eyes will get dry because it's very hot, very dry over there. So eye drops is a big must. Bring extra chargers, and if you can bring one of those, there's these like multi-charging units that like if you plug it into a power outlet and you can have like a bunch of like USBs and things like that. Those things are super helpful. I ended up using it because so the way the power situation is set up in your Mina tent is in between each bed there's going to be like a charger, but I think there's only two, and more than likely the brother next to you or the sister next to you is going to be using one of them for their phone or whatever the case is. So if you have that, it'll cover both of them, but you can share that with the person next to you, and that way you both can charge multiple things, and you'll have like instead of two, you'll have like 8, and plus USB plugs as well, so you can just plug in USB direct. So it's a super useful thing to have, and it's going to help the person next to you as well. So definitely recommend to bring that. Bring a power bank. Although I don't really anticipate you using it because we actually bought 5 power banks and none of us ended up using them because phones were, they were good. They held charge, and you're not really going to use your phone much, while you're during Hajj. You're really not going to use your phone much. So maybe look up du'as and procedures in Hajj and things like that. But other than that, really not going to use it much. Maybe stay in touch with your family and stuff like that. So if you want to bring a power bank, you should, but just have it fully charged beforehand. Like before you arriving to Saudi, so that you don't have to like do the hassle of charging it again and things like that, Now, I want to mention a very specific thing. This is for brothers. Bring scissors or a razor or both. Because number one, as soon as you're done with Arafat and Muzdalifah and you're back in Mina, you have to either trim your hair or shave it. And last year, they didn't have any accommodation for that. So whoever had razors on them, they were kind of just helping out other brothers shave their heads and stuff like that. So to avoid any kind of like possible risk of contamination, because these things are like disposable razors and stuff, you should try your best to stay as hygienic as possible and avoid contamination and things like that. So try to bring some disposable razors if you can, or maybe a clipper or trimmer, like a hair trimmer or scissors. These things will be super useful, and you'll be able to help out other people too with that, inshallah. One thing that you want to try to do beforehand, because you're going to be in ihram, is try to find some plastic sandals without stitching. If you can bring them with you before, it'll save you the hassle, because as soon as you get to Jeddah, you go to Makkah and you had to do Umrah. Maybe you had a pair that you bought or something, or you brought with you. But during Hajj, you're going to need a little bit more sturdier ones. So if you get one of those cheap ones that they sell in the markets in like Makkah and stuff like that, those don't last too long. I'm sure they'll probably do fine during Hajj, but if you can buy a little bit better one that maybe even has some like good foot support, for you it's going to be better because you're going to be walking. You don't want to be walking on those cheap sandals that could mess up your posture and things like that. So just keep that in mind. Super crucial. And one thing that people often overlook, nail clipper. As soon as you're done with Arafat, Muzdalifah, you trim your hair and stuff like that, you can clip your nails and things too. So super important. And it's probably been about 10 days or so since you last did clip them. So, this is something very useful, and definitely want to bring that with you. And for your Mina tent, one other thing that I was trying to show you guys while I was at Costco was if you want to bring like a mattress topper or a cushion or something like that you can put on top of your bed in Mina, this is going to help out a lot, because those beds, they're comfortable. It's not like they're not, but number one, they're very thin. So if you can get a little bit extra padding, it's going to help you out in the long run. There are ACs in like every section. So like they do provide you with blankets, and I think they give you one pillow per bed. But some people here's the issue. Some brothers are a little bit closer to the AC and some are farther. And no, the remote is held by the volunteers. So if you want, some brothers get cold who are near the AC, so they'll ask the volunteers to turn the AC off. And when that happens, oh my gosh, you can feel the heat like stinging your skin at nighttime. It's that hot. So my point is, you probably don't want to bring an extra blanket because it's going to get really hot. You can ask the volunteers to turn it back on, but keep in mind they also sleep. So, if you wake up in the middle of the night, more than likely, if you want to try to turn the AC on, it's going to be a hassle. You can probably wake up the brothers next to you and the volunteers and things like that. Keep in mind that although there are ACs everywhere, it's a very high chance that, the people next to the AC, unless you're one of the ones next to the AC, then you'll get cold too probably. But just keep in mind that it's possible that the ACs will get turned off and it will be hot. So this is where the ice pack also comes in handy as well. Now, this is like optional stuff I'm going to tell you guys about. But if you do want to bring a blanket, try to find one of the cooling blankets. There's like a specific kind of blanket that's a cooling blanket. It's like the way it's made in the material. When you put it on, you actually it kind of cools you a little bit. So if you want to bring that might not be a bad idea. You can also bring one of those cooling pillows that has like aloe gel or something in it, or I don't know, menthol or some sort of a gel inside of it. If you want to bring that, you definitely can, but it's just like you're carrying a lot of extra luggage. So maybe it's not the best thing. It's honestly a very extra and optional thing. You really don't need it, You want to kind of just stick to the essentials. Like the stuff I mentioned is a lot of the stuff is like essential. And a couple of things are kind of overlooked. You might not think about it. So I really did want to show you guys all the stuff in the store so that you can kind of visualize and get an idea of, the cost and things like that. But the plan kind of changed. And I could record again, but I'll have to wait until next weekend. And by then, most brothers and sisters might have already embarked on their journey for Hajj. So I want to try to get this video out as soon as possible. I'm going to have the list up on the screen right now while I'm talking. And number 2, I'll also have it in the description so that you can just kind of refer to it. But feel free, if you guys have any other suggestions, things that you think it will be helpful, mention them in the comments below. I'll see if I can try to get perhaps another video up if there's a couple other suggestions. But this is some of the most common things that I think are super helpful. I don't want to really get into all the extra and optional stuff because that stuff is extra. You don't really need it. This is more the essential stuff. If this video was helpful, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with the latest Hajj 2024 content, and inshallah Umrah vlogs that are soon to come. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.